So, Andrew, there's a lot of talk in education about spaced repetition and why it's so important and why we should be doing it. Can you give us a little insight into why you think that's such an important facet of education?
Well, Michael, I think that spaced repetition is singly the most important and underrated principle in all of instructional design.
Okay.
Over the past 3 decades or so, there have been more than 1,000 peer-reviewed academic studies proving the tactic's undisputed effectiveness in helping learners to acquire and retain all types of knowledge and skills. But most curricula still are woefully underutilizing the tactic of spaced repetition, mostly because it's traditionally been really difficult to apply. It's required a lot more work on the part of the instructional designer. And the reason it's such a big deal now is that there are a lot of tools that finally make it easy to implement in just about any curriculum. Now, for those people who don't know necessarily what spaced repetition is, the core principle is basically that you repeat difficult concepts more frequently while you're repeating easier concepts progressively less frequently until further repetitions are no longer necessary. If you're trying to break a lot of complex knowledge and skills into atomic building blocks, you're then able to repeat them in the optimal intervals and formats that will help the knowledge stick better. In traditional education, kind of pre-technology, it was really only the wealthiest students who had full-time one-on-one tutors that can afford such a level of personalization. And Benjamin Bloom actually famously called this the 2 sigma problem, because learners with personal tutors were consistently performing more than 2 standard deviations better than learners that had other types of innovations like cooperative learning and class participation, other pedagogical darlings. Spaced repetition was and tutoring was more than 2 standard deviations more effective than those. But now with modern technology and personalized devices, we have an opportunity to level this playing field through more atomic curriculum, authoring platforms, and personal rubrics, and automated repetition schedules that we could actually replicate the benefits of personalized instruction using spaced repetition technology.